Hello guys, this is King of the Loser here. I'm gonna show you how to get rich in Star Wars The Old Republic. As you can see... Hello guys, this is the SWTOR guy here. I'm gonna tell you how to get rich in Star Wars The Old Republic. It's been a while since I said that. 2013, July 2nd, I made a video called SWTOR How to Get Rich. And it's still my most popular video on my channel, and also thank you for that. And it's amazing. It's like 50 plus thousand views just watch that and things like that. But now it's old. It's really old. 3 years now, and a lot of stuff happened in the SWTOR. So let's just bring up what you can do and how to get rich. The first thing what you can do is at the beginning, I'm gonna tell you if you're not a subscriber, you can get rich, of course, but the only thing, if, for example, if you're on preferred status, you can receive only 350k coins, which credits, which is pretty decent, and you can buy a lot of stuff from there. But if you want to go higher, you must be a subscriber. And for example, at the beginning, you need to start really slowly. So basically what you need to do is play the game at the beginning. There is a lot of stuff happened, and there's a lot of content in the game. A lot of heroics has changed, the planet has been changed. Of course, if you want to level up really fast, you don't need to do any kind of specific like side quests or things like that. But if you want to do it for the money, that's definitely a big thing. But after you've done all of the quests, all of the storylines, everything, you're pretty much starting at least like 1.5 million for sure, because the heroics and the tactical flashpoints and everything just give you a little bit boost to start your rich ways. So basically that is just the beginning. After that, there is a lot of stuff you can do. First off, I'm gonna talk, just like in usual, the dailies. The dailies has been changed, and some of them are added, some of the stuffs have been kinda removed or things like that. So the dailies, of course, are still working. Of course, you still can go to Voss still to do the dailies there. Still you can do it on Ilum and some other places, Oricon, and I don't know, some Yavin and other places where you can go and start your daily. Of course, I talked about it on daily wise, how much money can you receive, but pretty much you don't want to do it all the time. But instead I give you another option, which is the heroics. Now, as you can see here, there is a lot of heroics here where you can go. Basically, if you just accept it, you can just instantly travel there. And also, while you're receiving credits, you will receiving glowing data crystals, which is good for also other stuffs to sell or gear up yourself. I'm gonna go back to that later for the common data crystals. But anyway, there is 68 heroics and plus 1 weekly, so pretty much 69 heroics what you can do, and pretty much the 69th one, this one is just don't need to do anything, just do all the 4 flash heroics, and that's all, to be perfectly honest. In total, you will receive 500k credits if you're doing all of these, and you don't need to do anything else just to play the game, which is pretty awesome. And just do a couple of these heroics. Some of them are a bit boring, some of them just really fast, kill them, kill those, kill that, and things like that. Not much of a big deal. You can easily do it if you want to. That is just a big boost to start off. If you want, you can start, of course, grinding it and things like that. But if you comparing it with this and the daily, you can receive a pretty much a decent credit. But of course, it takes a lot of time to just farm these and do what you want to do for these. But this is a really decent start to start off your career. The next thing what I'm gonna talk about is the Gartel Market. The Gartel Market has been changed really big. There is a lot of new packs now came, a lot of old ones as well just disappearing, and now since there is a lot of old just disappearing, the more chance you will receive like really rare items. Or if you just, for example, came back for the game and you have like a really old pack, like a master pack, for example, and if you open it and receive something really good, then you get a chance to sell it. Now, of course, the rarity is changed now because there is now a new rarity which is called platinum, and in the platinum one you can get a chance to receive a really rare lightsaber, which is called the unstable arbiter. This is the rarest set, and it looks like this. Unstable arbiter. At the moment, this arbiter one is I don't know how much. Arbiter at the moment is pretty high priced, so as you can see, it's like 9 million credits just a simple dual saber, and if you go for like simple lightsaber, there's 23 million and things like that. So then there's a pretty big price, but this is just a way high price. If you're just really lucky and you opened it, that is a really big deal. But also what you can do at the beginning of each pack, these packs are fresh. So for example, on August 9th, when the new the last chapter is gonna come, I think there will be new cartel pack has been gonna be released for sure, and the packs are gonna be really fresh. So you can do two things: either sell the packs or even open the pack and hope for the best. And at the beginning, a lot of people want it, for the rare ones, for example, or anything. Immediately sell it. Or if you don't want to sell it, or just gonna wait a little bit longer, then just wait like 3 weeks or so until the packs like went up to pretty decent price, or just wait until it disappears. But it takes a long time. Probably you're not gonna play until these packs are gonna be disappeared, so you need to wait a little longer, or just sell it instantly. Also, there's a new things in the packs which is called the chance cubes. Now, of course, you can sell the chance cubes as well, which is a really decent price for these. So if you, for example, have a guaranteed chance to receive it, for example, on the Revenge pack, you can receive 2 of these chance cubes. In this chance cube, you can receive anything from the cartel market, anything what has been done, and what is been up to the cartel market or just released. It's in the chance cube. Old ones, new ones, everything, every cartel market item. You can. This is like a gambling. To be perfectly honest, you can get a really decent item, or you can get a really shit item. So, for example, I received one of the chance cubes is the Yavin head sculpture, and as you can see, I'm selling it at the moment. This is my alt, and I'm selling it for 7.8 million. So this is from the Pilgrims pack, and you can receive it because it's in there. It's in the cartel market. So pretty much you have a chance to sell these and things like that. Of course, you can get really bad, so if you don't want to open it, at least sell it, and you can get pretty decent price for it. Or if you want to gamble it, you can do the same. So the cartel market is a pretty risky move. But of course, none of these people can get like or really rare people get a chance to open a hyper crate or things like that. So instead, if you like in a good position money wise like me, for example, you have like 40 million credits and you just want to spend it and start gambling, you can search it for these hyper crates, or even the super crates if you want to go a bit lower, and start buying the low cheap packs. Like for example, the Disavound at the moment is 20 million, the Gemini is 25 million. So these are pretty decent prices, but don't waste too much of these hyper crates. If you don't want to waste it or don't want to risk it, just go for a super crate. The super crates are like 3.5 million for a Revenge pack. That is just ridiculously cheap. Like the Visionary is 10 million, which is too overpriced, I think. So don't want to go for these. Basically, if you don't want to waste too much money, just go for the slower ones, and if you are really lucky, you can just receive a really big surprise, and you can just get rich there pretty easily. Next up, which I'm gonna add to the list, is the PvP. The PvP has been changed totally. If you're going into the match, you receive a really decent amount of credits and a really decent amount of stuffs. Of course, Valor and Warzone commendations. Now, of course, you can get a daily quest, which is really decent, also give you 15k, and you actually don't need to do anything else beside PvP. If you love PvPing, definitely recommend to do this trick, because there is not much thing to do. Only thing you can do is, for example, go to these. If you want to gear up yourself, go start that first.
Good luck out there.
Use the Warzone commendations or this. And after that, you don't need to do anything else. If you have enough, have everything. For example, you can go for credits, of course, like for example this one, or you can go somewhere else.
Good luck out there.
The other thing where you can go is the decorations. Of course, there's a lot of decorations which need to do for war zones. So, for example, if you're playing a lot of war zones and you can't do anything with your commendations, if you have all of your characters maxed with Warzone commendations, adrenals, health, med packs, everything, there is another thing what you can do, which is right here at the strongholds. If you come into this area and the Starfighter PvP vendor,
full stock and permission
there is a
to sell.
lot of stuff you can do. And for example, you can buy these and you can sell it from the GTN. This is a pretty decent price. So for example, this one is like 500k or 600k at the GTN. This one is pretty decent. This one was like 400k, and there is nothing else you need to do besides PvPing, and also you receive pretty decent money just for doing this. They refreshing it a lot of times, so there is all the time new items in there, so there's pretty good things you can do just for PvPing. I recommend it to do it because you can get pretty easily you can get a lot of credits pretty easy just for PvPing. I highly recommend that. Speaking of decorations, that is the other new topic which I'm gonna talk about, is the decorations, how you can get rich for that. Basically, at the beginning when the decoration just released, there was a lot of stuff in here. But to be perfectly honest, there is not much thing you can do. For example, you can buy some of these Twi'leks or females or any kind of decorations from the Gartel Market certificates, and also you can sell these. So these are, for example, pretty decent prices, but I don't think a lot of people are getting certificates now anymore because they are removed it. The only way you can get it, it's here. And of course for the what decoration, of course you can buy these and maybe some person will buy it, but I not recommend it. And these ones you can sell. So basically these stuffs for the common crystals and things like that, unfortunately you can't sell this. So you need to, for example, you have a lot of common crystals or anything, just buy one of these and decorate your stronghold and things like that. But another thing you can do is craft decorations. There is a lot of people now crafting decorations, and there is a reason behind it, because the materials are really old and really hard to get, to be perfectly honest. Not really hard, but if you're going to the planets and things like that, you can start grinding it pretty easy, but there is no way now literally you can just go craft these. Instead, if you want to go for big prizes and things like that, you need to go back to the PvP and stronghold area where I was, so the Starfighter. And for example, these starships are cost pretty damn big money, And of course you need to craft a lot of these dark projects and universal prefabs, and it costs a lot of money sometimes, because you need, for the dark project, you need really big items, but you don't need too much. You can get it through the GTN. And also these are really sellable, like 2 or 3 million each one, and you need like 1.2 million to craft all of these, I think. So pretty much there is a really good chance to receive all of these. Also, if you're going through your legacy or doing the Eternal Championship or anything like those are if you're doing it, you receive like tokens and things like that, where you can spend it and you can buy decorations or anything what you want and sell those. For example, if you're doing the Eternal Championship, this is where the common crystals are coming from. You can buy some of the decorations, some of the pets, some of the things you can want. Unfortunately, these are not sellable yet. 1 or 2 things I think are sellable, but not all of them. So if you find one of the things where what you can sell, and all you need is just common crystals, buy the decoration or anything, because it costs a lot. Decorations is one of the most popular things on the GTN. A lot of people wanting it, and of course, Gartel Market wise, you receive a lot from these packs as well. Some of them are really rare decorations, so like the commemorate statues are a really big deal, so you can start selling those. If you have a revenue specialty like 20 million each one, start selling it immediately, because you receive a shitload of credits. And also, yeah, stay tuned for these decorations. There is the centerpiece one's worth really big, but the other small ones sometimes it's just you can't surprise, and you receive pretty decent amount of credits for those as well. And last but not least, we're gonna go for the 5th one, is the crafting. Now the crafting has been changed a lot. Unfortunately, now on, you're not gonna receive too much credits just for crafting like hilts and any kind of stuff like these. You can of course receive it, but the materials for this is really hard to get. For example, this is found only in operations. You can convert like I don't know, 1,000 like crystals or something like that to receive it. But instead there is another new thing, which is the attachments. Now the attachments need to craft anything what you want, and you don't need anything else, just the simple 2 new materials, the grade 9 ones. Pretty much you can grind these. There is the place where Yavin you can grind the old ones. So for example, if you want the carbonic one, you can grind those on Yavin, and if you want the new ones, the grade 9 ones, you can go to Zakul, and you can go to Darvanis if you want to grind these. I recommend Zakul because Zakul is a smaller place, and there's more chance to receive like really decent amount of materials where you can craft. Pretty much other things are not really craftable. The die models are pretty decent. To be perfectly honest, everything is craftable. Everything you can craft is sellable. But if you want to go for the big ones, the relics, the new relics are highly recommend, because a lot of people wanting it. The hilts are not worth it anymore. I recommend not crafting it. Instead, just sell the materials or any kind of stuff what you want and things like that. So that is where you can get rich. Pretty much if you're following these simple rules, you don't need to do anything else. You have a lot of options. If you have like real life money a lot, you can start getting Gartel Market items, or buy it from the GTN and start gambling. If you want, you can go do the original things, start daily, doing heroics and things like that. I started that way as well. It's not an easy way. I know it takes a lot of time, but if you've done it, you can start it. Like for example, if you've done a lot of dailies, you can open the super crate, and maybe if I open the super crate, I receive a really rare item, and I can go with that. Even though I can do crafting as well, for grinding there is not much thing. It's totally free, of course, and you can sell the materials as well if you want, because the materials are pretty high priced as well. So that is what you can do. Or if you want, if you don't want to do anything of these, or just want to fight, you can go PvP and have some fun there, and you can get a lot of money from those as well. Also, if you're playing the game, there is the Gartel Bazaar, of course, and there is 3 little Jawas here. If you, for example, doing the conquests, you can receive scrap metals, or if you craft it, or if you're doing Gartel Market, you definitely have a chance to receive scrap metals. What you can do with these scrap metals? That's a good question. There is 3 things you can do, or actually 2. Either keep it or sell it, or use these to convert. Or actually that's 3 things. There is a lot of decent items you can sell. You just need to look for the GTM what is the most. Most popular for the purple one, I think, is the armor maintenance, and also the other 2s are gifts as well. So the armor maintenance, the Buja fruits, and the Rail Goro bird axe. Those gifts are actually selling pretty damn good. If you, like, for example, have like 10 of these are like cost 20k each. So that is like 200k just for buying 10 of these, which is pretty awesome. Also, the adaptive seer suite is pretty decent. Or the new item, which is cost also a lot, is what the crafters need is I don't know the name of that, and I forgot it, which is also this one as well, which is pretty decent, and I forgot it. Anyway, those are the stuffs you can get, and it's just go really well. These gifts are actually going pretty well. If you have like some free scrap metals, like you don't want to use it or things like that, highly recommend to just convert this to gifts, or even the really rare materials where you can get like for example, if we're going through the crafting and we're gonna search for this one, the Cinetine info scrapper, Cinetine, as you can see, free as 8,000 credits, which is pretty good. 40 is 270k, 100 is 639k, and also you can do this on like this. So for example, here it is, the sized one, and also other grade 9 materials which cost pretty damn good as well. Of course, if you're grinding, you can sell these as well, because it costs like 100 is like 80k, 150 is like 120k and things like that. You don't need to do anything else just beside go running around of the cool. So that is all, to be perfectly honest, what you need to do, and just have fun. And it's of course, if you're doing comp quest, it's completely free. If you're getting Gartel Market, also it's just plus free money besides getting all of those items. And that is it, to be perfectly honest. 3 years ago, I never thought this this video gonna be really popular, but it was time to make a big upgrade, because there is a lot of new ways you can get rich. There is even more ways, but these are the really cheapest ways, or some of them. The Gartel Market is not the cheapest one, but the grindings and heroics and the scrap metal ones are one of the cheapest ones, and the story, of course, is one of the cheapest one. And it's just really easy stuff to do. Nothing else you need to do besides playing the game, and sometimes just grind a lot and things like that. So that was the 2016 edition of Going Rich. Back in the day, when my channel called King of the Loser, seriously, I never thought I reached it. And thank you very much for the support and everything. So this video is just thanks to you guys and all of your support, and I hope you guys liked it. If you liked it, smash the like button. If you have any questions about other ways to get rich, let me know in the comment section below, and see you guys next time. I'm out of breath. Bye bye.